Hey, this is Dr. Otto Janke for Empire Longevity. We have another one of our longevity leaders here. This is Dr. Brian Dooley from
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Spartanburg, South Carolina, the home of
Sherman College of Chiropractic.
How's Sherman College of Chiropractic living these days?
It is wonderful. It's a great opportunity. Everybody says we got to get with the schools, so that's what I'm doing. So being the dean of clinics, trying to make their clinic experience mirror practice as much as we possibly can, given accreditation requirements. But it's a challenge, but it's wonderful to see the students from where they enter clinic to when they graduate, ready to care for people on their own.
It must be warming of your heart to see when the students start to get it.
Yeah, I mean, we had we have an all-intern meeting. So we're on the quarter system. We had an all-intern meeting, and I had a talk with them talking about the importance of scheduling out their care plans. What interns will do is they'll just want to schedule every visit. And it's like, well, you're reselling. So part of how do you take care of people long-term, don't have to resell them every visit. So when you say this is your care plan, schedule the plan. So can you adapt to it? Sure, of course, life gets in the way. But what was interesting was, and I said, now when you schedule your care plan out, the second to last visit of that care plan should be a re-exam to see what progress they have or have not made. And then the last visit should be that report of findings. So they're just sliding right into the next care plan. They say, okay, great, we finished this plan, pick up the next plan the next time you come in. And it's super clean way of doing it. And so to your point, on our door, I'll have either out of the office, I'll have welcome, please knock, or I'll have in a meeting or at lunch or focus time. And focus time, typically, you don't want people coming in because you're working on a thing. Right. So somebody knock, but as a student knocks and says, how focused are you right now? I'm like, not very, not very. But she had said, she goes, no, I just wanted to tell you, I was doing, with the scheduling out the care plan, and I'm doing the re-exams on the second to last visit. And the reporter, she goes, it's working so much better. And it's like, that's what we're trying to get to. So that's the really fun part about teaching.
Well, you kind of took our big question for today, which is how do you care for patients for years? And you put one of the most fundamental aspects of it is we have to prepare to care for people for years. What's your other keys for that?
Yeah, the big thing for us is we are, I hate to say that we're vertebral subluxation based chiropractors because I feel like that should be a redundant statement. So if you're a chiropractor, then you deal with the vertebral subluxation. And this is not other things are bad or not bad. Right. It's just an is or not it. So here at the college, that's what we do. So our messaging goes along with that you're going to most people, let's face it, do come in because of some sort of symptom. And we know that partly because of the box that A, medicine, or B, our own profession has put us into. Correct. Of sore necks and stiff backs. But So the first thing that we do when they come in, we say, hey, I know that you came in here with this, but this is what we actually do. Is that what you want? And so we talk about when a vertebra gets misaligned, it puts pressure on the spinal cord and interrupts with the mental impulses. And we tell them your body just doesn't work well. And so like Bill Decken says, the body works better with a proper nerve supply. So that's what we just try to tell people. Do you want that? And do you want to proceed with the exam? So we give them the opportunity to opt out of care the first day. And nobody says no. They all say, let's do it. Now, the other side of that is they're still thinking in their head, I got to get rid of my sore neck and my stiff back. And it all comes into the messaging and the conversation that we have with people. Do we monitor their symptom? We do, because what if something else is going on that we have to refer the condition out? We never refer the person, but we might refer the condition that's beyond our scope. And nowadays, the big thing, so people say, well, that's such a narrow focus. Well, it is, but it has the broadest impact. And so because we believe the body works better with a proper nerve supply, and therefore we will check you for vertebral subluxation for the rest of your life because it's not a thing that stops. That's kind of, that makes but anybody can come into my office at that point. If I say I'm for sore necks or stiff backs, well, then I'm just only sore neck and stiff back people are going to come in because why should the other ones come in?
Right, right,
And so for us, how do we take care of people forever? We just tell them what chiropractic is. And so it's really big for our patient education. We're Yeah, that's probably the big things, and then it's make it easy for them to say yes on the sales side of it. So as I said, we schedule out our care plans. That's what we're supposed to do. Things like I'm working with our EHR to get the right reporting to where we can teach the students to have them prepay, whether it's monthly or even all at once, whatever it is. And different states allow different things. But when I'm a patient and somebody says, "Okay, here's something we're going to do for you," I have it all laid out and I go ahead and pay for it. Well, my compliance goes through the roof at that point,
absolutely.
because I have time skin in the game and I have money skin in the game, and those are the two big things. And telling the students, I tell them, I said, "Listen, when you get out into practice, you're going to find a coach and you're going to tell that coach all the things that we didn't teach you in chiropractic school." I
Right,
said, the first thing they're going to look at is your appointment book and are you scheduling out your patients
right.
and getting them to prepay if you possibly can. And I mean, my kids both had pretty major orthodontia work.
Yeah.
And it wasn't cheap, but you know what? We were able to pay for it because we laid out a plan. We knew the visits that they were going to be seen, and we knew which markers that we would pay another check. And so it was super easy to budget for, and now they both have beautiful smiles. The same thing here is when we're able to lay out a plan. So here is the plan, and the plan's not, let's say I need to see you 3 times a week. Well, do you really think I need that much? Oh, what do you think? What can you do? What can you do? Because now it's like I'm the one that went to school, not the patient or not the practice member, not the person. I'm the one that went to school to where, well, you can say you need this. Do you think I need this care? Yes. And that's it. And it's, well, how long do you think I need it? I said, well, how long do you want to live your best life possible? Well, for the rest of my life. Well, then there's your answer. And so that's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love the metaphors. I love the analogies. They work perfectly. We say many of the same things in our practice. It doesn't, when you see the orthodontist across the street, you're going to be 3 to 5 years there, minimum.
Hmm.
And that's for something that typically is cosmetic, ironically.
Right.
Absolutely. And what's the future of chiropractic look like for Sherman College of Chiropractic?
I believe the future is good. So if for the folks that are looking, if you're looking for associates, we would be happy to provide
Wow.
them for you. If you are looking for associates that are well versed in how to locate, analyze, and correct vertebral subluxations, we're happy to do that. We do not do anything else in our clinic, just because we think those other things are simply other things. And so if we feel somebody needs nutrition counseling or whatever, PT or whatever, we have relationships with people in the county. And here's the other thing: how do you take care of people forever? It's I don't need to be Walmart. I am very good being a specialized person and checking a spine. When I can make relationships with a nutritionist, a PT, or you
Yes.
name the profession,
Yep.
well, guess what? That then all of a sudden my funnel for potential people becomes much bigger. And so I don't need to hoard all the business for myself. And the beauty about locating, analyzing, correcting vertebral subluxations, you need a computer these days for EHR, you need a table and a few waiting room chairs. That's about it. So my overhead is really low in Prague when I was in practice. So I mean, it's yeah, I can offer a bunch of other services that I have to pay for. I have to pay the people to run it. I have to have the room in my office. So what good is $1 million practice if your overhead's $950,000
Well,
versus having a $300,000 practice and your overhead's 50.
we,
Right? So
we know a lot of people in the first.
yeah.
We know a lot of people in the first.
So I think at the end of it, it's what is chiropractic to you? So how you
Right.
take care of people forever is I define chiropractic. The body works better with a proper nerve supply. You're worse with a subluxation than you are without one. And how do I know if you have one? I have to check you. And whatever your definition of regular checks are. the biggest issue I have with the profession right now is everybody goes to the seminars. Will you adjust me? Will you adjust me? Will you adjust me? Well, I don't know. I haven't even analyzed you yet.
Right.
And so, but chiropractors are bad for, hey, I got this pain, so I need you to adjust it. Whereas I don't adjust for the pain. I'm going to analyze your spine. If I find the subluxation, I'll then put in the thrust as needed.
And we will care for you for just the rest of your life. That's all.
That's it. Just the rest of your life. Yeah. How long do I need to come? Forever.
Uh,
And don't be afraid to say forever. I mean, you raised such a great point. How do I? Oh, you got to just come this month, and well, now you're selling them every month. So just, I think you should come forever. Now it's up to you, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, what you want to do. But I'm going to tell you to come forever. That answer just doesn't change.
no, I anticipate you're going to be brushing your teeth the rest of your life. I anticipate
Right.
you're going to be eating as well as you can for the rest of your life. I anticipate you're going to try to sleep well for the rest of your life.
Right.
It's one of those things that we make a part of your health plan.
Well, and if you want to eat well, and if you want to sleep well, and if you want to do the things that you want to do with your kids and your grandkids, there's no better way to do it than a nervous system free of the interference of the vertebral subluxation. End of story.
We call that the optimized nervous system, and we talk about it only every day in my practice.
Yeah.
Uh,
So good.
Our guest today, I hope you guys got a bunch of nuggets off that. I'm gonna come back and take notes off that. I am. Is Dr. Brian Dooley all the way from
Spartanburg, South
Spartanburg,
Carolina.
South Carolina. Dr. Dooley, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to hang out.